Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. This course is here to help you master essential English phrasal verbs for every context. Today, we're diving into the 73rd category, Science and Research, key phrasal verbs to discuss discoveries. These verbs are crucial for explaining scientific processes, investigations, and breakthroughs. Let's get started. First, let's begin with carry out. This phrasal verb means to perform or execute a task, experiment, or research. For example, the scientists carried out an experiment to test their hypothesis, or the team is carrying out a study on climate change. Next is look into. This refers to investigating or exploring something in detail. You might say they are looking into the causes of the disease, or the researchers are looking into new energy solutions. Set up describes preparing or arranging something for use, such as equipment or an experiment. For instance, they set up the laboratory before starting the test, or the research team is setting up a new study. Find out means to discover information or gain knowledge. You could say, the scientists found out that the bacteria thrive in low temperatures, or we need to find out why the results were inconsistent. Work out refers to solving a problem or figuring something out. For example, they worked out the equation to predict the results, or the researchers are trying to work out how the system functions. Break down means to analyze something into smaller, more understandable parts. You might hear, the professor broke down the complex theory into simpler terms, or the data was broken down into categories for analysis. Come up with describes generating or suggesting an idea or solution. For instance, they came up with a groundbreaking theory, or the students came up with a creative approach to the problem. Put forward refers to presenting an idea, proposal, or hypothesis. You could say, the researchers put forward a new theory about the origins of the universe, or she put forward her findings at the conference. Go over means to review or examine something. For example, the scientists went over the results to ensure accuracy, or let's go over the details of the experiment again. Run through describes quickly reviewing or rehearsing something. You might say, the team ran through their presentation before the seminar, or we'll run through the process to confirm everything is correct. Draw up refers to preparing or drafting a document or plan. For instance, they drew up a proposal for the next phase of the research, or the guidelines were drawn up for ethical experimentation. Call off means to cancel something planned, like a study or experiment. You could say, the experiment was called off due to equipment failure, or they called off the research project after losing funding. Bring out refers to highlighting or showcasing something new. For example, the study brought out surprising findings about the species, or they brought out a new tool for data analysis. Follow-up describes continuing work or investigation after initial results. You might hear, the team plans to follow up on the preliminary findings, or they're following up with more detailed experiments. Finally, layout means to present or explain something in an organized way. For instance, the report lays out the steps taken during the research, or she laid out the procedure clearly in her presentation. These phrasal verbs are vital for discussing science and research effectively. Practice using them to explain processes, discoveries, and projects, and they'll soon become second nature. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.